Mrs. Bill Gates' words ganished with kindness. A poem from an anthology, The Lockdown of COVID-19. Written and read by Magemeso Namungalu. I see dead bodies on the streets of Africa. A tone garnished with kindness. From the little Bill Gates' wife, perhaps a tribute to Mother Africa, a voice of hope for the desperate Africa, thanks to the great wife of the great Bill Gates. But saddened by the COVID-19, I'm compelled to add in honesty that I hate to imagine dead bodies on the streets of Africa. Dead bodies abandoned in houses of Africa. Dead bodies unburied on the compounds of Africa. Dead bodies unattended to in the bushes of Africa. Dead bodies floating on freshwater lakes of Africa. Dead bodies in the posh architectures of Africa. Dead bodies in the state houses of Africa. Dead bodies in the parliaments of Africa. Dead bodies floating on the Nile and the River Congo. I really hate to imagine the result of the COVID-19, which came by praying to innocent Africa. So to the mighty God of Africa, I'm humble on my knees to pray that the COVID-19 be tamed. Indeed, allow me to invoke the Almighty God in the giant church of Namirembe in Kampala, in the giant church of Lubaga in Kampala, in the old Kampala Mosque in Kampala, in the giant Nile water falls of Bujagali in Busoga, in the giant mountains of the moon in Toro, in the giant Masaba mountains of Bugisu, in the giant Kilimanjaro mountains of Tanzania, in the giant Kirinyaga mountains of Kenya, and all seats of Almighty God places in Africa, to put in place a giant furious fight against COVID-19, to disintegrate and suffer a humiliating defeat, so that the mighty and resilient people of Africa get to a world summit of conquest. The Coronavirus Easter, a poem from an anthology, The Lockdown of COVID-19, written and read by Magemeso Namungalu. It all began at the Vatican. The Pope alone, with few helpers, knelt and prayed to the world in his giant church at the Vatican, because the cantankerous COVID-19 decreed there should be scare, immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty God. As usual, Easter came to pass, the day Jesus Christ rose from the dead, and later went back to his Father in the comfort of heaven. The day so respected throughout the world, the day people flocked to churches, but people went near to no church, because the scaring COVID-19 decreed there should be scare, immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty. The respected day of Christians, the people so miserable and sad closed themselves in their houses, and did not go anywhere near churches because the scaring COVID-19 decreed there should be scare. Immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty God. Like was at the giant church at Canterbury in Great Britain, the giant church at Namirembe remained agape at its emptiness, because the scaring COVID-19 decreed there should be scare, immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty God. Like was the case at the giant church at the Vatican in Italy, the giant church at Rubaga continued yawning helplessly for lack of the committed sheep, because the scaring COVID-19 declared there should be scare. Immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty God. It was the aggravated scenario throughout the innocent world, pregnant with damaging curses to the authors of the enormous agony, to all the world so innocent. For no one was unhappy, because the ferocious COVID-19 decreed there should be scare, immense panic and fear around the innocent world, for the people to gather and pray, to dance and praise their Creator, the Almighty God.